Hi everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Yamuna. Good morning, Nisha.
Still not morning.
Oh, morning is still night, is it for you?
Yeah, it's completely
At
dark.
least the
It's
sun isn't
sunset.
there. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
still morning.
superb. So today's session is more about understanding how the journey has been, what challenges you all faced, and to share some more tidbits about what you can do. Let me share my screen. So welcome again to the closing session of Will Bootcamp Jan batch. Last time we spoke about, when we opened the session, what will was. Will is something, is like a muscle that you need to build on. It's something that is very internal, helps you build your discipline, consistency, great focus, to follow through on work, to listen well, reverence, effort. Basically, it is the effort. Any form of effort is with strength. So what we have tried to do in the Will Bootcamp is, you have been trying to do the gatekeeper task, overcoming those twin voices that we all have. You know, the voice that committed, you're the one who committed, took the pledge saying that I will not break it, I will not do it. But still, the voice sometimes made us break some things, made us give up on some things, especially the gatekeeper. That's where the unbreakable vow. And even not doing the task was still okay, provided you posted not done. That is also as good as you doing it. Next best thing. So sometimes we struggle even with that. Okay, because it only takes probably what, 30 seconds to post or even less, to open it and just say GK done or not done. But forget, or we postpone, we'll think that okay, I will club it up with all the other tasks and post it together. But that is not the unbreakable vow. So like I mentioned, the most important thing is to build will before we build our skills, talent, knowledge, any other gifts we have, you know, connections, network. So all that is can be utilized when we build our will. What you did now is a 21-day reboot, restart of yourself, some sort of a changes. But the real thing, where it becomes really defined, it takes about 3 to 6 years. It's really settling. So before I continue, what was your favorite task, or what was the task? What is your own experience of the bootcamp so far? Yamuna, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I think my favorite task is T2A because
Yeah.
it's easy for me to do T2A. And there are some days where, I feel like procrastinating and I just think I'll do it later. And then I think, no, but I have to, I have to put that tick mark next to T2A. So that's very, yeah, that's something that is very, how do you say, strong. It evokes a very strong emotion. Maybe because I may be a little competitive with myself. But GK is something, the GK task is something that I think that is not my favorite, but something that I'm committed to because that is the least commitment. And I keep thinking 21 days is something you can do easily, not really, but still it gives that push. And there are days when I don't do anything else, or even if I've done, I may do it later. But I'm like, before I forget, because I don't want to get booted out, I at least do the GK so that I can post it. So yeah, I would say two favorites, GK and T2A. I hate frog task.
Frog task, yes. Super, good to hear that. How is your silent time or do nothing task? How are you doing on that?
I don't think I don't think I can do too much of silent time. I'm constantly surrounded with people or tasks. And I keep thinking, yeah, I can do silent time maybe if I'm on a rock somewhere in a nice hillock. Yeah, I haven't really done silent time. Yeah, maybe that is a challenge for me.
Yes.
I'm someone who is constantly doing things. And if there is a silent portion, then I will find some work to do in it, if nothing else, or read or listen to music. So yeah, I haven't done. Yeah.
Superb. The T2A's opposite task is silent task.
Yeah.
That means it's like I've given you a dumbbell and I say, okay, do workout. You've exercised your right arms really well and it's nice and bulgy like Popeye. The other arm is not worked out at all. So silent time is equally important to prevent us becoming impulsive, while T2A is extremely important to prevent procrastination development. So it's like a balance. Both are equal. They're two sides of the same coin. You cannot do one more than other. So when you start doing silent task, even for 15 minutes, you start seeing there is more calmer, decisions become more clear, and a lot of processing happens because you're not holding on to the thought and you're processing it out. So that is what will happen when you practice the silent task.
Okay, that kind of answers my issue, because that is something that I've been struggling with, which is I feel sometimes that I'm not thinking through before I act, or I feel sometimes that I'm constantly thinking, and there is no break in my head, right? There is like if it's a machine that is on, switch it on 24/7, it'll heat up, and that's not good for the machine. I feel that way in my head, and I guess the silent task may be helpful that way. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, at least ideally 13 minutes, sorry, 30 minutes, because 15 minutes it just takes to warm up. But if you can't, at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you can get is still good. And when you're doing it, allow the thoughts to come and go and just let it pass through. Don't hold on to them. Like a child, be easily distracted with the next thought. And any case, next month, I will be adding you all. I want you to try this complimentary, completely try this again. Whatever task you are good at this time, that will be easy. Focus on building something else, some other new task. Keep adding it to your data bank, your task list to keep growing in this will kind of exercises.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sure I already know what I need to do. I have to do the silent task.
Silent task will become the next most important after the gatekeeper for you. I mean, you can break silent task. It's not going to be unbreakable wow like gatekeeper, but that will be as best you will try for.
Yeah. So I have a question. When I'm doing silent tasks, say in the morning I'm watching the plants, or I'm maybe putting a dosa, can I use that as silent time?
No activity can be added to it. Not even having some rosary and you're doing something, those beads, not doing meditation, not singing songs, nothing, just silence to purge thoughts out.
Yeah, so silently watering the plants. No.
No, no activity. 15 minutes of
Okay.
zero activity, resisting. That means you got thoughts of, okay, I need to do some cooking, I need to send some mail here, I need to call someone, I need to buy this, that. You're just holding it back. I keep talking about the general. Like, just think of yourself as some old king, queen, general, and you have, in the medieval times, and an army is charging at you. They're charging, and your all your soldiers are getting jittery. They want to shoot their arrows, all those fire tipped arrows, and they want to shoot at the enemy. But the enemy is still too far. You're going to waste those arrows, and then they will come too close, and it will be a losing battle. So you have to wait until the enemy comes closer so you can fire. So you're telling your soldiers, just wait, hang on, no, don't fire. They're all like, should be, I think we should start firing. Like, no, hang on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Till they come to some point, and then you're telling them, okay, now fire. Right? So just like starting will, there are will which requires to start, and you need will to stop. The starting will is the T2A. It's a starter. We also need the stopping will, which is the silent task. So you need to build both kinds of will, to start things and to stop things. That means if I say stop, you should be able to just stop, because it's your inner will which is telling you to stop. And so that is also equally important to build, the stopping will, which is the general's will, or more tougher will, but not tougher. I wouldn't say tougher. For some people, this one will be tougher. But I would say something, whichever is the weaker for the other person, they should build that. Nisha, how's it been for you?
Hello.
Hey.
Uh, for me, I recently, like last week, I went through all the videos and everything, and then I started doing a lot of things. But while I was looking at the videos, I was like, this I do normally, but I didn't know like it was bravery task and stuff like that. So that, but I do like silent task, honestly. It's difficult to get
Mm,
out time and like do it, but I did try like a few days for 15 minutes and it was nice. It was really nice. Because I'll tell you, I can do, if I have to work, if I push through, I'll work through everything. But when it's finished, I don't have anything left. I'm
mm,
empty. Like
mm,
then I can't do anything for like a good amount of 5 days. So like I don't know when to stop. So
mm.
silent task I think helps somewhere there.
Okay.
And the most difficult it has been is digital detox.
Yes, that's
I'll,
this.
I The reason is also that, again, you know me and Rohit are in long distance and our timings are completely different. So our urge while sleeping is to talk to each other and wake up is to talk to each other. So it's very difficult to not look at my phone for the first 15 minutes because the first habit is to just check
What messages have come in? Yeah.
what has he sent for the morning today and yeah, things like that.
And now to resist that and to not check is something
Not
else.
check. It's very difficult, honestly, very difficult.
Yeah.
Like even if I wake up, I open and I was like, I should not do this, but I can't.
Yeah. So the more you build your silent task, it becomes easy. Why? You're building your stopping capacity,
Mm.
right? So the cure for this, that's why I introduce this later, because first is to practice those muscles.
Mm.
So in any case, in the February batch, I will be adding you guys. So there, since some things will be easy now, right? Gatekeeper will be more or less normalized, right? So now focus on, of course, gatekeeper cannot break, and then
Mm.
keep focusing on tasks which you felt were weak ones, weak links for you.
Mm.
So each month practicing different aspects of yourself.
Yes.
Like an athlete, first month I'm going to focus on my upper body. Second month I want to focus on my lower part of the body. It's like that, like an athlete. Almost you're balancing yourself out. You can't do everything at every time, but you have to balance yourself out.
Yeah. I also don't like the frog task, honestly.
No, you're not supposed to like. That's why it's the frog. If you liked it, I would say then pick another task, because that's not a frog.
Yeah, the French love the frogs, so
Oh,
I
is
don't know.
it? Then you're in the wrong country, or
Yeah, I
you're in the
think
wrong
so.
task.
That.
Interesting. You're in a country which loves to eat frogs. Yeah. So
Or,
yeah, tell me.
oh yeah, just the other day I considered laundry as a frog task.
Hmm?
Even that, I was like, I could not end up doing it as first. Like, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, then I'll do that.
Hmm.
Then I did everything else. So, yeah, like, I can't even prioritize that as first.
Yeah. So go for it. Again, attempt. Like I say, it's not over until it's over. You have another month. Again, you start again. Just this awareness of this one is what happening to you. This is how you're getting, your voice is talking you out, and you're going head on like a master, tackling your body and giving it name. I want it to be done now, is how you achieve anything big in life as well. Yeah?
Yes.
So keep going at it. The next coming month, we'll be starting again on 3rd.
Third, okay.
3rd, we will add you to the other February group, and just work on yourself there. And few days of gap. You don't have to do any task in this gap after today. And
Mhm.
other than celebrating, you have to celebrate your 21 days for doing this, keeping that commitment, because celebration is equally important, whatever that celebration means, right? And go and celebrate the 21 days, because you're seeing how 21 days also is so difficult for a human being to keep at it, right? So many times you just want to give up. Oh my God, just enough. Today I'll just skip and tomorrow definitely I will do. 21 days we can't commit even for a 5-minute task. Struggle. That's the reality. It's not only y'all, everybody, including me. I have to constantly keep myself up in the game. And yeah, so that's it. Otherwise, how has the experience been since this was your first boot camp?
Very interesting, honestly. I did feel that, I don't know, it was the bodily telling me not to do things because I had like one very hectic week in between. Could only manage gatekeepers, and then it was
How does it feel? How does it feel? How do you feel at the end? 21 days you kept your word. How does it feel for yourself?
feels good, honestly. It's like nice that okay, you can change your body. Oh, it listens to you. That happens. We didn't know. I mean, I thought I could just like have to do whatever my body says. I have to wait for the inspiration to come and stuff like that. I didn't know I could like beat it out and be like, oh, you can do this, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you also share some of the frog tasks that has worked for you and how it has helped? So, it inspires everyone else as well.
Uh, I will Frogtas be my other like film
Yeah,
related work.
correct.
Okay, so I was working on this script. It was my frog task. Very difficult because I wait for an inspiration to hit me with, and then I start writing it. So yeah, I just kept staring at the screen for a while, and I didn't do any work. I was just staring at the screen. That was my frog task starting. And eventually, when it happened, it was really nice. But again, one I did, and the other one I didn't. There were two frog tasks I added. So there's happiness and then there is guilt. So it's a mix of two.
Happiness
Yeah,
of completing one frog and awaiting of the new frog.
awaiting of the new frog. Guilt of like not finishing it yet.
Mm.
So mostly other things I have like finding out that oh this is done. This job is done. I don't need to worry about it. Oh that was nice.
Mm.
Like in the rest of the day. So I could like chill, relax.
Nice. And how has this impacted? How has this given a boost to your life? The whole boot camp, frog task, gatekeeper, and all the other rest. How has it helped you in your personal life or professional life?
Feels more confident, honestly. Feels like because last year I was extremely desperate in the sense that it was difficult to do any task for that matter, and it's like started counting on like, can I even do it? Like, am I even capable? And those kind of questions came up. And once you actually start doing it, like this started out in general, my life view has a better perspective. Like I'm not counting on the question, am I capable? It's like I am capable, but it'll happen in its own time. And I have to do it.
Hmm.
So much better perspective on life that way than last month. So yes. So thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Nisha, for sharing. Rohit, um,
Hey,
Yamuna has already shared. Nisha was ongoing when you came.
yes.
So, how has it been for you? How was the gatekeeper? What task did you like? What you didn't like? How has the whole experience been for you?
Well, most of all, it's been surprising in the sense that at first I thought gatekeepers, I mean, it's a simple thing. I could probably do it every day. That's not a problem. But when on the first day itself, it took like actual effort to realize, okay, I did forget about this. Okay, I have to go and do this, fill up some water, give it to the plant. That was like I understood why making that as a habit is important to get that. And also it was fulfilling after the end, like to watch the plant grow and stuff. um, then what surprised me was the frog task, because my frog task was writing an SOP for a college that I wanted to apply for. And usually what would end up happening is if my deadline is on 18th, till the time it's 17th, 18th, nothing will happen, and then suddenly inspiration will stuck under pressure, and I'll write the entire thing, and I won't get time to like review it, spend time with ask for my friends and things like that. Now I was like, it took genuine effort to do the frog task every day. I did must miss one day in that aspect, but it was really like motivational to finish it before the deadline itself, and get time to like review it, and have my time with it and then submit it. So yeah, I was happy with that. I am kind of proud of my effort, and I want to do more, continue at least, and hopefully continue the gatekeepers as well, because I think that's helping me keep my momentum, right? Yeah. So overall, it's been like I think it's a positive experience overall.
Superb. Superb. Thank you for sharing, Rohit. And I will be adding all of y'all to the next month's batch, which will start on 3rd of February. Same drill, same task. Work on tasks that you found challenging this time. Some may be like gatekeeper may be easy for some of you, or if that's difficult, then focus on that again. If not, focus on whatever else, like I shared, whether it's silent time, digital detox, or frog task, or whatever else is there. Focus on those aspects. And so each month you're building new capacity building. You're building your own Ferrari, you can say, like, if you were a car, you're building like, or whatever your favorite car is, you're building that car capacity. Okay. Because without that, we can't go far, without that fuel, without that car. So focus on that. Will is all about that. Where you go, how you use your will is really up to you. But my role here is to help you build that will. And any suggestions from your end? What do you think we could do better? Or what suggestions do you have for me?
I have no suggestions, Capt.
Thanks.
I'm only taking suggestions. Thank you.
Can
Welcome.
you?
Yeah, Nisha.
Yes, just one. Can you add the links of like when you start adding new tasks? Can you add it in like, I don't know, there's some group description or something, right?
The new tasks, you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
because it was difficult for me to like go through
Search.
every time, like which was which, because if I
Ah,
missed out on something, I didn't know.
Understood. 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 Yes. I can add all the tasks into the thing, and maybe once we have put the latest one, we can pin it,
Yes,
and the others, all whichever accumulating, we go into the description. Yeah, that's a good idea.
because I missed out on the few, and as me and Rohit both were like, when did this happen?
Okay.
And then we kept looking at your messages like, okay.
Okay. Yes, we can add that for sure. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Did you all set an alarm? How did you all remember to post the gatekeeper? What was your own hack?
Honestly, nope, no alarm as such. But yeah, as you mentioned, your body, like your mind remembers, but your body makes all the excuses. It's one of those things.
Okay, superb.
I
Okay.
remembered every day what to do, but it's just yes.
Okay. And even if not for the other task, the gatekeeper that you have to post, did you remember that?
Gatekeeper comes in naturally, honestly. Like I wake up, I have plants right next to my bed. So
Okay.
when I wake up, it's like, okay. And then I'm planning, should I do it before washroom or after or how and all. Like I'm planning once I wake up.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
it's coming in naturally, like a habit.
Yeah, same for me.
Okay. It came naturally. You didn't need anything else. Okay, superb.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the best
Yes.
one, your body alarm itself, waking up and doing it is the best thing. But I say initially, if you're struggling, do whatever hook or crook, set alarm, don't set alarm, but get the job done.
Yes.
So I just have something to say.
Okay.
I do the gatekeeper task, but sometimes, I mean, okay, this challenge I was able to remember, but a lot of times what I've seen is I'll do the task, but I'll forget to post it.
Hmm.
So my only fear of getting booted out is what I'm like in a frenzy sometimes. Like, oh my God, I don't have my mobile phone with me, and what if
Yeah.
I forget? You know,
Okay.
so that is my challenge, to post.
Yeah. In fact, my team, two of them were also there participating, and one was very sure she is not going to get booted out, but unfortunately, she forgot or to post. She had done it and she forgot, and she got booted out. And she was very upset. She said, "Oh my God, I didn't want to get booted out." I said, "Never mind, do it again. There's always next month where you can have that kind of moment." So the other thing is that if you think you can forget, immediately post it. The rest of the task you can always share it later. So that's the hack, right? That way you're keeping your unbreakable vow, and the other things you're doing as best as you can. Sometimes to just share a story, um, it's an old story, and where um, there's this guy who was digging for gold. I don't know if you already heard it though. It's an old story anyway. This guy in the America's Wild West who had gone on, who had picked up this huge tract of land in the gold rush days, and went about digging it, got people, equipment, started digging for gold because he was told that there's a lot of huge tract of gold in that land parcel. And he spent the next few years digging, and he would get little small bits and pieces of gold, enough to just sustain, but not really to make it big. It was not worth it type of things. Then after a few years, he has dug huge tract tunnels here and there, and he just gets fed up. He says, I don't want to do it anymore. And he goes to a close by, like a garage with all this sort of a scrapyard kind of a thing. And he goes and tells him, you know what, I'm going to give you this land, give you this equipment, people, everybody, if you want, take it. Give me just some few $1,000s, and I want to go back to my city. I'm enough of this. So this scrapyard guy buys all the equipment, the land. He says, "Take, I got it. I'm getting it for cheap. Maybe I'll do something out of it." He's thinking of scrapping, but somehow he says, "Okay, let me try." And he puts the people back, since anyway I've spent a few $1,000s back then, in about 200 years back. And he puts them back and makes them work again. And within a few days, he hits gold. And the gold was just lying 3 feet under wherever they had stopped the previous team, right? So the saying goes that don't stop yourself 3 feet from gold. You may be so close. Sometimes I've seen people do come up in this boot camp, sometime up to 18 days, 19 days, and suddenly something happens and they don't do it for whatever reason or forget. And it's like they miss that change that can come with the 21 days. They miss that, joy that comes. So it's like stopping 3 feet from gold. So it's not over. Again, get up, join the next batch, and do it again. And don't stop yourself 3 feet from gold. So I'm telling this story not just for this, but this is how it happens in life. I have done this so many times, nearly want to give up. I think it's not going to work. And I remember the 3 feet of gold story, and I just stay at it, and things starts to turn around, especially at the extreme moments of wanting to give up. That's when it happens. You just want to give up. You can't take it. You're like, done. I don't think this is going to work, even though you believed in it. This for things, the condition being you believed in something, not happening, and you want to give up. And then you're like, okay, I remember 3 feet, continue, and then you hit gold, right? So this is just a story to keep you inspired, why you need to keep at it like the gatekeeper. And if you believe in something, if you believe something will be helpful for you, something is going to get you that gold, then stick with it. Any questions before we wrap it up? Anything else? Any comments, questions?
Right. So, what's the February bootcamp going to be?
Same thing. It's like going to a gym. Just practice more.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Focus on things that you are not able to do this time. Maybe the last task which you just didn't get time to do it. The idea should be that everything you're able to do for 21 days.
So, will my frog task be part of the Now Zero Day? Or
Yes, I mean, you can, but don't make it like the no zero day. It's your personal no zero day. You can try it. Okay, we won't boot you out from the boot camp at least for that. But you can treat it as one.
got it. Okay.
From our side, it is not required. But like that, everything you will start building like that. Maybe the next boot camp after that, you will add one more. Others you will just try. So the real lesson or the secret of the Will Bootcamp is the concept that I created called No Zero Day, the art of discipline. So the more you stay in that lane, and the real way to crack this art of discipline or the No Zero Day is to keep your commitments so small, it is impossible to break. Maybe 1 minute of work, maybe 10 steps of working, maybe one yoga pose to do, maybe one simple thing to do, maybe something very small that it's impossible. You can't even think how it can break. It's impossible to break. That's the no zero day. So keep this mindset, keep this kind of an approach, and you'll start seeing that many things which were once tough fortresses, almost looking like um, you can't break that or you can't climb that, becomes very easy to achieve. So great, we are wrapping it up as a team today. As a trek, we have climbed this 21-day mountain. We have reached the top. We are here. Go home or wherever you are. Celebrate yourself, your family, your friends, or however you want to go with. Celebrate this 21 days because it's not easy 21 days as such. Okay. So I'll see you in February. Have a wonderful weekend and next few days.